way to Lowe's to pick up the items that we need. Jen has a list of those items. So we're taking you in the car onward to pick up the items that we need so that tomorrow we can do our Monday maintenance when we take care of our RV, make sure that it stays livable and maintained. Hope you're having a great day, TullyAdventurers. Explore. So Jennifer, what are we going to need to pick up at Lowe's today?
We're going to need a 2.5 by 10 inch floor register cover, the kind with no screws, for our heater vent that's just outside of the bathroom.
Okay.
Because we went the shit out of what we have and had to throw it away. And then we also need a tube of caulking for the top of the shower walls. That's come loose some time ago, so we'll be removing that old caulk and putting new in, and that's it.
Awesome. So we're hoping this will be a quick and easy trip to Lowe's. And of course, whenever that's the plan, you never know what's going to happen. But that's the adventure, folks. That's the adventure that we're going on. So it's a Sunday. We're pretty sure there's going to be quite a few people out and about. It will be interesting driving on the freeways, dealing with all the traffic. And luckily, we have been on these freeways a few times. However, unluckily, we still have not figured out at least one of the intersections, as Google tells us to go this way, that way, and the other way. And we've done this intersection coming back towards where we're staying probably 7 or 8 times now. Still can't figure out the right way to go. Still following what Google tells us and just can't quite get it to work. So that's one of the fun parts of being in a big city. There's all kinds of intersections going all kinds of ways, and easy to get a little lost, but life goes on. So Jennifer, why were these particular indoor projects important to you right now?
Well, one, the roll of toilet paper is just floating around the bathroom. Has no particular place. And I am tired of wrenching my shoulder trying to reach backwards and try to find it. So, there's that one.
That's a good answer.
The caulking one's been on my mind for quite a while, and I just haven't really pulled the trigger on it. So,
Okay.
And the floor register, I fell in it the other day. So,
Yeah, that'll...
and since they were such small things, I thought I'd just put them together. The other thing is that I wanted to repair our roof, but the kind of tape, specialty tape that we need is a 24-hour turnover to get it.
Okay.
So I didn't plan enough in advance to get that. Funny story about that. So I'm racking my brain trying to find an RV repair supply place around here, and they just don't exist in the close proximity.
Sure.
And I'm trying to find alternatives at the regular box hardware stores. Nah. And then I'm like, well, why don't I go to the actual company that makes the stuff I want? And I looked it up, and it said distributors near you, and I popped it in, and of all places, my new favorite place to get stuff from, Granger. So it's a industrial supply. They actually carry what we need.
Okay.
And it just takes 24 hours to get it.
So you still have to pre-order it, and they'll ship it to the store that you're going to.
Woo.
Hey folks, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining.
Water from the sky. This is something we are not allowed to have in California. Although, funny enough, I swear every time we leave that place, they get rain.
Of course. That's the way it works. Okay, well, we're going to keep going, driving down to where we need to go. And it's probably a good thing that we weren't trying to take care of anything on the roof today, since water from the sky tends to make projects on the roof a little more difficult to deal with.
And I'm already a little bit freaked out about getting up there, so, a wet, slimy surface, probably not good for me. what is it that moms say to their young sons? I'm not going up to the ER today.
Is that something you had to say to your young sons quite often?
Maybe a time or two. You get it, girl.
Yeah, we're fishtailing and it's getting crazy out here already. My tires were not grabbing onto the road. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it was pointless to say that. I raised 3 boys, all stair-stepped 1 year apart each. And at any given time, anybody was up for an injury. So we used to make jokes that they should have named a wing after us at our local hospital in Long Beach. And we got to the point where we had gone so often that we would just tell each other, like, you want to get tacos on the way? You know we're going to be there all day, so let's pick up some food. So we'd go get tacos before we went to the ER. That just became standard.
Oh, that's so funny because you empathize with the person who's hurt and you're like, oh, we've got to get there quick. But then you realize you're going to sit in that waiting room forever.
Are you kidding?
More important
I
to have
asked the
food.
person who is hurt, you want to get tacos before we go?
Yeah, makes sense. I'm laughing because when I personally try to empathize with the hurt person and get impatient and run them as quickly to the hospital as possible, then of course what happens? We're just sitting there and we're tired and we're hungry and we get hangry and it's just no fun. So I'm telling you, you're making the best decision possible in a situation where it's easy to be impatient. Good job, Mom.
Thanks.
Oh, man.
I think generally as a mom, I was pretty good in the moment when they were actually hurt and it, the crisis was happening. I was pretty good in that moment. I learned to not fall apart until later. After they were okay, we were home, they were in bed, they were good, then I'd cry. Yeah, but in a crisis, I think I did a pretty good job.
Nice. Good times.
We're getting ready to see the boys, so we'll have to ask them what their consensus is. We're at this great place, the boys and us, that we can ask them those questions objectively about their childhood, and they know they can just tell me, like, okay, Mom, that one, what you did on that day, that sucked. And I'm in a place where I'm like, you know what, it did. I am so sorry for that. So, yeah, we'll have to take a consensus.
Sounds like a plan. We're looking forward to traveling out to California for a couple weeks. We're going to put our RV into storage and spend the first 2 weeks of December in California so that we can go to our annual Christmas party with our family. We have set up a gift exchange, and so not a toy exchange anymore, although might as well still be called that. But each person gets to pick some things that they want, and we have a $50 limit, and that really helps us be able to spend more money on the kids and traveling and all of those things, spend money on the grandkids in particular. But still, every one of the adults gets to have something that they like for Christmas and something they want to have. Man, this is saying I've got to go 10 miles. I thought there was a Lowe's that was closer, but today this is the way Google's taking us. So off we go into the city.
My map may not for the store may not work. My aisle 23 may not work for that store.
Yeah, maybe.
So hopefully they have what we need.
Maybe a different store. Did you have a different store on your phone?
I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
Which
well,
one?
I don't know because you said you looked up. This is the aisle at this store. I'm wondering if you have a different store that it would take us to than the one we're going to.
Let me check.
Because I'd be happy to not have to go all this distance to somewhere that's out in the middle of the city. Throw it into Google Maps, see if we can go to a different spot. that one instead. I'm happy to not have to.
Oh, now it says 11.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Are you supposed to get off on?
I got 8.9 miles to go to the next whatever. So no, I'm not getting off on Chipotle.
Okay.
But
All right, well, we'll figure it out. Huh?
hey, yeah, it's all right. I mean, worst comes to worst, guess what? We'll ask somebody for help. Imagine that.
That's weird.
We're learning how to do that. Yay!
I love this view coming into the city.
Yeah. These two bridges with their big old structural support. And then the Mississippi River.
Yep.
And city skyline. Good stuff. Good stuff, folks. Once again, if you're out there on Twitch, come hang out with us. We're happy to have you. Chat with you, let you know what we're doing. Maybe you can tell us about an adventure that you're on.
I can tell you about an adventure I'm on today.
Go ahead and turn that off since I've got
I thought I did.
My wife likes to use the Google Directions voice lady, and it drives me nuts having someone tell me where to go.
What to do?
No, telling me the same thing 6 times. Take the next exit. Hey, you should take the next exit. In 15 miles, you're going to take the next exit. I got it. I'm going to take the next exit. Thanks. That's great. But hey, to each their own. If your preference is to hear the directions, good on you. What were you saying, my love?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Enjoying the view of the city. Driving along in our automobile. And yes, we are headed to Lowe's. We're going to pick up hopefully what we need so that we can get these 3 projects done. I was wondering, I'm guessing if we get to remodel our bathroom, maybe we can figure this out, but it seems like that very thin plywood that's basically the wall of the bathroom isn't strong enough to hold up our toilet paper roll. So I'm wondering if we ought to put like a 2x4, a thicker piece of wood back inside the wall so that it will more easily hold up and support the toilet paper roll. But hey, that's just my wild thought for the day. Definitely not something we're doing tomorrow.
I will say that RVs are not built to be lived in every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are built with the thinnest, lightest materials possible so that they can travel on the road. And,
make sure you project, baby. We want to make sure they can hear you, because I want to hear you.
They're made with the lightest weight, thinnest materials possible. So your walls are 1/4 inch maybe.
Yeah.
And so hanging heavy things is difficult at best. And yeah, just.
And I imagine for some of you out there, you're thinking to yourself, the toilet paper roll doesn't weigh that much. Well, you don't have some big foot pulling on and yanking on the toilet paper the way I do, I guess. So good for you.
Trying to lean on it.
Using it as a support to stand up with. Not really, folks, but sometimes.
All I know is I didn't break it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. One thing that's been interesting to me is where you can find different things. I would have thought there would have been a box store much closer to where we're staying, but doesn't seem to be that way. There are some hardware stores and stuff, but they seem more like smaller mom and pop shops or things like that. Always interesting
where are you
how
going?
the city's set up. Anything else on your mind, particularly right now, my love?
No, just enjoying the sights, enjoying, looking down at all the houses and everything. And, I was reminded yesterday that I was asking about Hurricane Ida, because everybody's been mentioning the damage from that, and in my mind that was a very long time ago, and I was reminded at dance lessons that no, that was not. That was within months. And all the damage that it did. I was saying in another podcast we did just how many tarps we see on the roofs as we're driving around, and well, that makes sense. I mean, number one, it's expensive to get those repairs done. You're waiting on insurance if it pays. Not to mention, there's only so many people that are willing to get up there on your roof and fix that stuff. So, gotta do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, are we headed towards? It looks like we're headed towards the dance studio that we went to yesterday.
It seems like we're going to be in that same section of New Orleans.
I am struggling today with nervousness about the cars around us, and my body is responding before my mind engages that I'm safe. So,
I hear ya.
just letting you know that, please try to ignore my freaking out over here.
Well, I don't know about you, babe, but I'm tired. My body is physically worn out. We've had a great week, but it was also so full that I just don't feel like I've been able to recover very well.
Yeah.
And of course, today there's what seems like a storm coming in, and so the temperatures are varying, the humidity is varying, everything's kind of all over the place, it feels like. So, with a tired body already and a tired brain, and then the added joys of weather pressures moving around, yeah, it makes sense to be a little bit on edge.
That's interesting. I haven't seen many motorcycles since we've been here.
Yeah, I've seen 2 today, and other than that, I don't remember seeing too many motorcyclists. Of course, it is the weekend, so that would be the time to see more of them out and about.
Well, we've been here almost a month, and I haven't seen any till right now that I was cognizant of.
True. I do think that a lot of what we do is, well, I want to think that, well, a lot of what we do is near our home, but that's not necessarily true. We have been out and about quite a bit. So it is possible that we could have seen them. Maybe we're just at time frames when they're not really running around, but maybe this just isn't an area where there's a lot of motorcyclists doing their thing.
Yeah.
I would imagine with all the water and
Yeah.
humidity and weather and so many different factors.
It has been an interesting experience, all the different weather patterns and all the different places we've gone. I was saying yesterday, I was putting my wishes out there to Google.
Google, which just now finally told us we need to be in the other lane. Nice. You were putting your wishes out there to Google.
I'd like to know on my screen what the current instruction is and what the next instruction is.
On Google Maps, yeah.
Yes, that would be fantastic for me, because by the time I get that next one, I'm already in the wrong lane.
Yeah. I like when they have, this is interesting. Why are you having me drive around instead of through? That doesn't make sense. You're a weird one, but Google, just does what they want. Okay. Well.
Oh, that was an...
And I just watched someone else do it, which is why. But yeah, so one of the things that happens here in Louisiana, and I think in Texas too, they have U-turn areas because they've got a lot of one-way streets, and so they want you to go use a U-turn a little bit further along if you're going to come back and then turn down a certain street. But yes, we're back in the area where we did dance lessons yesterday.
Okay.
And that was a wonderful experience. So helpful. Got to get some confidence, got to get some understanding of how to do the dances we're trying to do. Those videos are up. We've got clips on Twitch. We've got clips on TikTok and all of that. We've got the full video on YouTube. So come check us out in all these different places. We're happy to have you there. Okay, still trying to figure out if Google's going to tell me the correct way to go. That's part of me being tired. I am feeling confused. I can't quite follow the directions as well as I'd like to. Okay, supposedly. There we are. All right. Hey, we made it. We're still alive, folks. Okay. Hopefully we can park without getting messed up. Nice. Nice. Guy wasn't even paying attention at all.
Which one?
The King Ranch.
Ah.
There's a truck in front of us. There's someone going along the row, and someone's trying to pull out, and they're just going to drive right into him, not paying attention. Man. What are they, on my level? They're as tired as me. I think I'm just going to park right here.
Okay. Whoa. I'm a little sore from yesterday's dance excursion.
Yeah, it was a workout. Got a little sweaty.
Yeah.
Definitely put in some movement. All right. So we'll go ahead and get rid of you, and then we're gonna move you over towards me so I can get y'all to go with us. Jen knows what we need, so we're just gonna walk on in there, get the things we need. I hope, and roll out. It'd be nice if this was a fairly short trip to Lowe's.
Hopefully a fairly inexpensive one too.
Hey, that'd be nice. I love all the different people who talk about how they go to, Costco or Target or wherever they're going to, and how do these 3 items that cost $10 each magically turn into $150?
It happens.
It sure does. It sure does. All right. We're gonna head on in here, and once again, all we need is a few things. So where are we going, my lord? Oh, okay. You want to be able to see where you're going?
Kind of weird.
What a weirdo.
So over by Paint is usually.
All right, we're gonna head over by Paint, where Call King is normally found. See if it
So I should go back.
works out for us. Quite a few people here today. Interior primers, exterior paints. That's where she's going, so I'm gonna follow her, folks. Quite a few different options out here. We're looking for the And here we go, construction adhesives and such things. Ooh, Gorilla's waterproof patch and seal. I don't think we're gonna be putting a whole boat together. We probably don't need patch and seal. We need a little something that's going to hold together. And of course, we're looking for the blue tube, folks, so let us know when you see a blue tube. Well, this is DAP, so that's good. That looks like it up there at the top. The Alex Flex, crack proof, paint and trim, fast dry latex. Nope, down here at the bottom. Fast dry latex caulk. Right here. There you up. Nope, up one. That's the one. I think. Does that say all the same? Does it say all the same words that you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fast dry latex caulk plus silicone. Hey, hey. Looks like we found what we need. We're just getting 1, 4, 27 of them.
I just want to make sure that
Just getting one.
it's the right thing.
And my wife is detail oriented, so she's checking every single word to make sure that it's correct. Because,
Find the wrong thing.
yeah, not fun to buy the incorrect thing and then not be able to do the job. You know, like last week when we got the wrong size bolts for our stabilizer.
Nope, this is not the correct
And we're not able
stuff.
to. Really?
Nope. It's the stuff I have on here, but it's not the right stuff.
Ooh, so it's not going to be. That's too bad. Okay, well, we're going to check and see a couple different options and find out if one of them is the thing that we need. Not looking like we're getting what we want, folks. So that's fun. What is specifically what we're trying to get so that...
So I need something for kitchen and bath that will, that is paintable. So,
Why does it need to be paintable?
because when I go back to paint the bathroom or tile it, then I need it to stick.
Non-paintable. That's too bad.
Right.
And luckily, if you're looking, they say non-paintable. But so would the idea actually be that we're going to? Will we need to re-caulk it when it's time to paint and caulk over the paint?
Here we go.
Oh. Or she's found the stuff that she needs. That's
Yeah,
the
this
stuff.
will work.
It's
Yeah.
paintable.
Waterproof, mold-free, 30-minute water ready, lifetime guarantee, paintable.
Paintable. We found it, folks. Okay.
Yeah.
What else do we need while we're here?
Floor register cover. I don't know where to find it.
Okay, a floor register cover, which we're gonna go take a look for and see. What do we think? Hardware, windows and lumber, kitchen, home organization, cleaning. Thinking ought to maybe ask somebody. Or we can just walk around like crazy people, because that's always fun too.
I'm gonna go right down. Thank you.
Hey, and we found some helpful people.
Any idea where I'd find a floor register cover? No, they're those metal grates that go in like the heater vents on the floor. 11. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. And we're off to 11. Hooray! Oh man. So for all of you out there doing DIY projects, is it like this for you when you go and try to find all the things you need for your project? Are you having the same kind of struggles we're having? Or do you just have a great time and it's super easy and no problem at all and you know what you're doing? I've got a buddy who his dad had him work construction most of his young adult life, and so, man, I just imagine he walks into these stores and he pretty much knows where everything's at. And I'm a little bit jealous. So we've come to the right section. Now we've just got to find the size we need, maybe a color we want, if those things are even available. And it's looking like slim pickings. What size are we supposed to go for? 2 by 10?
They're actually
2.5 by 10. Oh, well, that should be fun. We found a 2 by 10, but she thinks we're looking for 2.5. Don't know if we're gonna get that here, which is weird because originally we bought them here. Yes, well, not at this specific store, but at a Lowe's is where we got what we were looking for. And I'm guessing they don't have them in other sections of the store. That would be a little silly. That doesn't look like it's gonna have the... Yeah, that's just a top piece, which might still work if it was the right size, but...
Oh, that's a toe.
Yeah.
That's not.
Okay. Okay, well, floor register in 2 by 12 or 4 by 10, but I'm not seeing 2 by 10, let alone 2.5 by 10.
All right, well, that's not.